Today we're organizing a girl's bedroom and we're going to start by clearing and categorizing the closet.
The reason that we clear the space before we organize any space is so that we can get rid of any preconceived notions about where things go. We really want to start from a clean, fresh slate and rethink the whole space as far as how our client uses it and what would be most efficient and streamlined for them on their day-to-day. The reason that we clear into categories is so that we can get a good visual inventory on everything in the space. This is especially helpful for our clients when it comes to editing. When they are confronted with a whole pile of slime or silly putty or whatever it is, they can see how much they have and really understand how much they actually intentionally want to keep. So I think this is a much more efficient way to edit than doing a cherry pick edit is. And we often have clients say, well, I will get the edit done before we come in. And we always find that once we get everything sorted into categories, when we walk them through for a second look at that edit, they are able to choose a lot more to get rid of and make more intentional choices about what they keep. Don't forget to take care in cleaning the space. It is so nice to have a fresh, clean space once the organization is complete. We do things like cleaning the closet rods, the baseboards, we vacuum. It's not very often that you get into all these nooks and crannies. So the next step in our process is the edit. This is where we will walk our client through each of the categories that we have sorted, and then they get to make an intentional choice about what to keep and what maybe gets donated or rehomed to another area of the home. I really like to focus on a positive aspect of this, which is intentionality around what stays in the space. It's less about what we are getting rid of and more what we are choosing to keep. Of course, it's really difficult for a lot of our clients to get rid of things, and so one thing that we have found really helps with regard to that is having some, here's the word again, intentionality behind where those things go. So there are a lot of local donation sites that you can research, and some might resonate with you more than others. Some we find have maybe more than they can handle, and then there are those smaller donation sites that maybe have a real need for something specific, like they're very much catering to teenagers or kids. So do your research when it comes to finding where to donate your stuff. And then the other thing that really helps people is potentially reselling or dropping off at a reseller. So those are other options that might make you feel a little bit better about getting rid of some of your things. So after we have done the edit, we are on to picking product for the space, and this is all about maximizing the space. We never want to add product where we could potentially subdivide the space and make it actually feel smaller than it is. So make sure and take those shelf dimensions with you to the store when you are buying product, or do like we do and bring in a lot of extra product and take away what doesn't work. But here's Lauren just trying to figure out what is going to work best for not only what is being contained inside the product, but also, again, maximizing the shelf space that we have to work with. When it comes to containment, we really want to make sure that everything in the closet is visible and it's accessible. And of course, there are going to be things that have to go in higher baskets, so the visibility will not be there. But in those cases, we just make sure that we have beautiful labels that we can rely on that way. As far as drawers, again, having everything visible makes it so much more accessible. And we find that kids really react well to being able to see what they have. I think adults are the same way, but kids in particular, we notice, really get excited about seeing all of their things displayed in a drawer like this. The final step in our organizational process is to label. This not only gives our client a roadmap for where to find things, but also it is key in the organizational maintenance. We love this Brother label maker. We find that it's quick, it's easy to use, it has a wide variety of fonts, and it's just makes our lives easier on a daily basis. As far as what to say on your labels, it is important to be specific when it comes to labeling baskets and drawers inside of a kid's room. I think that you just have to accept that you probably will need to update your labels at some point. Kids grow and the things that they have in their rooms change, and so that's kind of how I approach it rather than going really general with labels. And I think the more general you go, the more chance that the organization kind of falls apart when it comes to a kid's room. So here is the end result, and when it comes to space planning, you just want to make sure that those things that you get to most frequently are the easiest to access. Things that you don't need much can go up top and down below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like the content, please consider subscribing or checking us out on Instagram. We will have some helpful links down below in our description, and if you have any questions, drop them below.